All right, hello everyone. Today we are looking at level 2, word patterns in a simple present sentence. This is the first lesson, lesson 1. So what is a simple present tense? This is going to be the time and how we use the verbs to tell time. So simple, what does simple mean? Simple means it's easy, right? Simple, it's so simple. It's easy. I do it every day. So think like this. I do it every day. It's so simple. It's so easy. So it answers this question, answers the question, what do you do? What do you do? I run. I go to the store. I work as a teacher. What do you do? The second word is going to be our verb. What do you do? I eat. What do you do? I eat. I eat breakfast in the morning. I start. I start school at 8 a.m. I shop at the store after class. I cook dinner with my family. I read a book before bed. I do this every day. So you see here, these are called our verbs. V-E-R-B-S. Sorry, verbs. In a simple present sentence, these do not change. It's a simple, easy verb. I eat. Now it only changes for one reason, right? So simple present tense does not change the verb tense. It will only change for a different reason. It's going to change because of who is doing the action. Who is doing the action? Who is doing the verb? So here, what do you do? I answer I. And I eat. But what if I'm asking, what does he do? What does he do? I have to change things. He eats. He eats. So I'm going to change this verb and add an S. So the subject can always change the verb in any tense. So the subject, who is the subject? That is the person doing the action, right? So in this sentence here, what do you do? The subject is you. In this sentence, who is eating? I. Who goes to school? I go to school. Who shops at the store? I shop at the store. These are all my subject. My subject. That's who is doing the action. And now the subject is always going to be a person, a place, or a thing. For example, I am a person. He is a person. She is a person. They are people. I'll write over here. They are people. It could be their names. The teacher. right? Teacher is a person. My mom is a person. Mr. George, that's a person. Next, it could be a place. There are many places. It could be the kitchen, like the kitchen is hot. Or it can be the store, that's another place. Or the park, right? That's another place. A person, a place, or a thing. A thing, this is anything. Anything we can touch, see, taste, smell, hear, or imagine. Anything you can think about. Could be something we can touch, a table. I can touch a table. I can see a table. I can taste a table if I eat it, but I should not eat a table. I can smell cooking. I can hear someone talking, right? I can hear sounds. I can imagine what time it is. I can imagine a dream. These are things. These are all things. And we learned before about a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So if a noun is a person, place, or thing, and a subject is a person, place, or thing, the subject is always a noun. The subject is always a noun. Okay, so what do you do? Let's look at the subjects. Sorry, what does he do? He. What happens to eat? We add the S. He eats. He, that's my subject. What does he do? He goes. We add the S. He, what does he do? He shops. That's what he does. He, what does he do? He cooks. He reads. He does. Right? We change for he. So it's I do. I do. You do. You do. We do. We do. They do. They do. He, she, it does. He, she, it does. So I do, you do, we do, they do, he, she, it does. Just remember, these subjects change the sentence verb. Okay, so now we have our subject. That's a person, place, or thing, which is a noun. We have our verb, their action. What do they do? But what do we put after? After the subject, after the verb, what happens? Let's look here. So now in blue, we see our nouns. Those are our subjects. And the first one, I eat, that is my verb. Breakfast, quickly, in the morning. He, that is a noun, that is my subject. He goes, that is the verb, to school at 8 a.m. She is a noun, she is a subject. She shops, my verb, at the store after class. They are my subject. They, what do they do? Our verb is cook. They cook dinner with their family. We is a noun, that is our subject, person, place, or thing. We read, that is the verb, a book before bed. And here we, our subject, person, place, or thing. What do? We do. We do this every day. But what are all of these words at the end? How do I know where to put them? There are three things that come next. First, we can have another noun. That is a person, place, or thing. So it looks like this. We have our subject first. That is the person, place, or thing that is doing the action. The action is called the verb. And then what are they doing? What are they doing it to? This is the other thing in the sentence. This is what they are doing it to. So here, my subject, I eat. That's my action. I eat what? Breakfast. Breakfast. So I eat breakfast. That is my noun. We're not going to look here. This will be next. Here is they. They are people. So they're my subject. What do they do? Their verb, their action is to cook. What do they cook? They cook dinner. That's our noun. Here we are people. We are the subject. What do? We read. That is the verb. A book. A book is a thing. That is a noun. And here we is our subject. We do, that's the verb. We do this. It's a noun. It's something, right? It doesn't have a name, but it is something. This is something. Good. So subject, verb, noun, but that noun has a name. That noun's name is object. Object. So we can say subject, verb, object. Subject, verb, object. And both the subject is a noun and the object is a noun. So subject, verb, object. Down here we're going subject, verb, object, subject, verb, object, subject, verb, object. It's the same as noun. Okay, so first we had subject, verb, and object, the noun. And now there's another thing we can do. Subject, verb, adverb. Adverb. An adverb adds to the verb. It adds to the verb. So we're going to say it adds to or modifies. It modifies a verb. So that's going to tell us how the subject does the action. How do they run, if that is my verb? How do they run? Do they run quickly, slowly, quietly, carefully? How do they run? So most times this will end in ly. For now, this is all we will learn about adverb, is that it ends in ly. There will be many more lessons, but for now, an adverb, it modifies a verb, it ends in ly, and it tells how they do an action. So we can do it like this. Our subject, which is our noun, our action, which is the verb, and then the adverb, which is an ly word. Okay, so for example, now we see more colors. Here, the blue word is subject, I, the person. What does I do? I eat. What do I eat? This is my object. Breakfast. It's another noun. I eat breakfast quickly. I eat breakfast quickly. That is my adverb. And we say ADV for adverb. Okay, so in the morning, we'll get there. He. He is my subject. He tiredly. Wait, Kaylee teacher. Why is tiredly here? Doesn't it go after the object? It goes in both places. It can go before the verb. Here's my verb. Or it can go after the object, like with breakfast. It's after the object. So there are two places for the adverb. We'll keep going. He tiredly goes, that's my verb. And then it continues. Here, she. She is a person. So that is my subject, my person, place, or thing, my noun. She carefully, adverb, shops, my verb, at the store after class. Here is they. They, subject. They calmly, that's my adverb. They calmly cook. That's my action, my verb. They calmly cook dinner. That's my object, the thing, with their family. Here is we the subject, the person. What do? We read, our verb. We read a book. That's our thing, our object. We read a book peacefully. That's my adverb. Before bed. Here's subject, we. Do, action, which is our verb. We do this. It's acting like an object. It's a thing. We do this lovingly. Lovingly, sorry you cannot see this. Lovingly, with love. That's my adverb. And then every day. Okay. So here again, the adverb, we noticed it can go in two places. Any more patterns? Any more patterns that you see? It goes here, after the blue nouns, right? After the blue nouns. Where else can it go? Also before the verb. Also before the verb. But can it go in between the verb and the noun? Can it go here, in between the verb and the noun? No. Never. Right? Does it go in between the verb and the object? No. We're not looking here, sorry. Never in between the verb and the object. So the adverb can go before the verb or after the object, but not between the verb and the object, the noun. Okay. So now we're on the third thing. First was noun, the object. Second was adverb. And down here, prepositional. Prepositional phrase. This will tell us place and time. So what is a prepositional phrase? Prepositional. Prepositional phrase. This tells place and time. So I like to say it tells where and when. And it uses a directional word. A directional word is going to tell us more about where or when, and that's called a preposition. A preposition. For example, these are prepositions. On. Where is the book? It's on the shelf. That's a directional word, on. In. Where is the book? It's in the box. Where is the book? It's under the table. Where did the book go? It was out of the box. Out of the box. Where did you go? To the store. And here it's different. So these were for place. Some will be used for time, but before and after, these are just for time. So we have a preposition, and it's a phrase. A phrase means it's going to be 2 or more words. So 2 or more words makes a phrase. So one of those words is the preposition. What is the other word? So for where, it's going to be the place. In is my preposition. Where am I? This place is the kitchen. In the kitchen. This is where. At. At what place? At school. On, that's my preposition. Where is it? On the table. That's my place. Or in. Where is it? It's in the store. But wait, we have another word for place. Do you remember what is a person, place, or thing? That is a noun, right? So we can say a prepositional phrase has a preposition and a noun. Most times. Most times. Preposition and a noun. So if you look here, the nouns are now blue. In the kitchen, at school, on the table, in the store. All right, so that is for place. Now for time. I'm going to use this word, this phrase. An expression of time. How do we express, how do we tell time? I'm still going to call it prepositional phrase. Okay, prepositional phrase, it has the preposition and the noun. And for time, it's going to tell when. When are we eating? At 3 p.m. At is my preposition. 3 p.m., that's my time. Time is a thing. So time will be a noun at 3 p.m. When are we going to listen to music? Before breakfast. Before breakfast. This tells me a time. It uses the preposition before. When will we read a book? After lunch. This is my preposition. This is my time, lunch. In is a preposition we can use for place and time. In June. We say in for months, months of the year. We also say in for the year itself. In 2024 is the year. And for the days, we say on Monday, on Tuesday, on Friday. So these are some prepositions of time. I'm also this lesson going to teach you these. Technically, they are not prepositions, but they are used the same way. I want you to think of them as prepositions. We'll use them the same way. We have a word and we have the time. Every day, right? Every day. Last week. Next year. Today is a little different, but today and tomorrow. I will explain more on this slide. When we look at the nouns, the when, the thing, we already talked about how 3 p.m., all the times, all of the meal times, the months, the days, those are nouns. So down here, the same. The nouns you can see here, every day, last week, next year. Look at today. Another way to say today is with a preposition. On this day, right? So today we can treat it like a preposition. It will be in the same place in the sentence. For tomorrow, it's actually two prepositions together, the meaning. On this day or on the day after today. That is the meaning for tomorrow. So we're going to treat it just like a preposition because it has here on and after, right? So we're going to use it the same way. Treat it just like a preposition. And so these are going to go where? What are you noticing with these sentences? Where are the prepositional phrases going? They're at the end of the sentence, right? We're at the end of the sentence. So for this lesson, I just want us to look at those at the end of the sentence. But there's another thing we can notice. Let's read them one more time. I eat breakfast quickly in the morning. What is my preposition? In the morning. And is this place or time? The morning is time. That's the time of day. Next, he goes to school at 8 a.m. Wait, there are two prepositional phrases. This first one, to school, to school. This is my preposition, and school is the noun. What does this tell me? To school. School is the place. Next here, at. That's my preposition. At 8 a.m. This is my time. Oh, sorry. This is my time. Let's read the next one. She shops at the store after class. So she, that's my subject. Shop is my verb. At the store. Is this place or time? This is place. At the store, place. After class. This one's hard. Can you get it? Is this place or time? It's going to be time because of the preposition after. This means the time when I'm finished with class, the time after class. So this is going to be time. It's difficult. Here, they cook dinner With their family. With their family. But you could think, is that a place or a time? Your family? In English, we treat this like a place. Where are you? I'm with my family. This can be a place for us. So it's different than a normal place. But imagine you are telling someone to go and see their friend, or you have a child and you tell them, go play with your brother. They have to go to that place. What is the place? Where their brother is. So if we're with our family, we're cooking dinner with the family. Are we in a restaurant? No. We're cooking dinner with our family. That's probably at home. That's probably at home. And that is another preposition. So when we use with, the next words, they're going to be like a place. Okay, next, we read a book before bed. What is this one? It's difficult. Before we go to bed, right? Before we go to sleep. This is a time. This is a time. Before I go to sleep, before bedtime, right? Before bed. And next one here. We do this every day. Is this a place or a time? A time. We do this on each day. We do this every day. We do this on each day. Okay, so some things to notice. Here, if we have place and time together, do you see which one goes first? Place, time. Place, time. It is always like this. We will put the place first and then the time. Place and then time. So time is only going to go at the very end of the sentence. The very end. Okay, so now here is everything all colored for us. We can see the blue subjects first. Those are our nouns. The red verbs, the object nouns, the adverbs, and our prepositional phrases. Like we talked about, sometimes the adverb can change. Sometimes it can go before the verb. Before the verb. And those are the ly words. All right, so now let's practice looking at it like it's in a table. This is the same thing. Our subject, our adverb, I put a star because it can go here. It can. It also can go after the object, right? So in one of these places, just one place. Next we have the verb, that is the action. Next we have the object, that is the noun, the action is happening too. We talked about the adverb, and then these last two, it's the prepositional phrases of place and time. And so we can read the sentence just like this. We can go across left to right. I eat breakfast quickly in the morning. That is a perfect sentence. I eat breakfast quickly in the morning. The next sentence, we can go from left to right. He tiredly goes to school at 8 a.m. This one we did not have an object. And the adverb was at the beginning. It was before the verb. Here, she carefully shops at the store after class. This one, she carefully, that's my adverb. Shops is my verb. There is no object. The adverb was already used. The place goes first at the store. The time goes last after class. And again, this is the time of class. When class is finished at that time. Here, they, those are my people, my nouns, my subject. They calmly, adverb, cook, verb, dinner, that's my object, with their family, and I added a time, in the evening. So again, you can do it any order you like. Just pick one place for the adverb, for now, for this lesson. Okay, so to practice, I have just one example up here. Let's write down here. The bus driver slowly stops the bus at the bus stop every day. The bus driver slowly stops the bus at the bus stop every day. So first is my subject. What is my subject in this sentence? The person, place, or thing. It's the bus driver, the person driving the bus, right? So that's my subject. Now I have slowly. Slowly, that's going to be my adverb. It's coming first before the verb. And if it's coming before the verb, what's the verb? Stops. That's the action that the bus driver does. The bus driver slowly stops the bus. What is the bus? That's a thing. It's a noun, so it is the object. The object. At the bus stop, at this place, which is a prepositional phrase with at the bus stop, every day, that's going to be my time. And we're going to treat it just like a prepositional phrase. We're keeping these together, this word and the noun. Okay. Next, we have two more, just this one and another one. So here, the boys and girls happily play with their toys at playtime. Who are my subjects? There's two. The boys and girls, they, right? They, that's my subject. They happily, my adverb, happily, ly, adverb. Play, that's my verb. With their toys. Do you remember if I say with their toys, I'm talking about a place. That's where they're playing. It's with their toys. At playtime. This one is easy. It is time. And my preposition is at. Okay. One more. The bird eats its food safely in its nest. What is the subject, the person, place, or thing? The bird. The bird is the thing. The bird eats. Wait, do you see ly? No, so this is the verb. The bird eats It's food. What is food? That's going to be the object, right? That's going to be the object. So that's a noun, it's a thing. And its is describing the food. We will talk about that in a few more lessons. So the bird eats its food safely. What is it? Adverb with ly, adverb. In its nest. In its nest. That is a place. All right. So that is the end of lesson 1. And there is so much more to learn. There will be more in lesson 2. Thank you and have a great evening. Take care, whatever time it is. Goodbye.